it didn't feel too different to me this season with all of us.
Girl, Emma does not.
Oh, I thought we were talking about people.
Yeah,
Like,
what we're
Talking about the cast in general.
did you mean our characters
No,
or us?
Morgan, you guys yourself.
Yeah.
You all about.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant our characters.
Yeah, as you can tell, we have terrible chemistry.
Yeah. No, it was wonderful.
When we spoke with Maddie, Asa, and Lizze, they kind of all felt everywhere, and they're like, I guess maybe our chemistry didn't evolve. So it's good to see you guys did.
Yeah, tell us
for that. Yeah.
Shit, tell
Yeah.
tell-
Yeah.
Yo, shit,
What else did they say over there? Over here, our chemistry has evolved tremendously. I don't know about that room over there. I mean, what's up with their chemistry? But our chemistry is awesome. We love chemistry.
Locked in.
We are
Logistically.
chemistry addicts. Science, man.
Spot on. Hey guys, how's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Where in Canada are you?
We're in Toronto.
Oh, nice. We love Toronto.
We heard you're familiar with it, so
We are.
A little bit.
thank you so much for sharing your time with us today on the show. We love your show so much, so this is just an honor for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And, starting off right away, see, going into season 2, it feels like you guys are constantly getting more bloody and better and like all the good things that can possibly happen. But amongst, at least you three here or the whole cast, how would you say the chemistry has continued to evolve?
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, everyone's more comfortable with their characters
Yeah.
and
Each other.
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Super camp.
For sure.
Absolutely.
See, we're talking in unison.
We are, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just in the room.
I feel like it didn't feel too different to me this season with all of us.
Girl, Emma does not.
Oh, I thought we were talking about people.
Yeah,
Like,
Talking about the cast in general.
did you mean our characters
No,
or us?
Morgan, you guys yourself.
Yeah.
You all about.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant our characters.
Yeah, as you can tell, we have terrible chemistry.
Yeah. No, it was wonderful. It didn't feel too different. It felt like, a lot of time had passed between the first season and the second season. And so, we've experienced a lot of life together and it felt good to me. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, for everyone, except for Derek, I feel
Obviously. I mean, that goes
That
without
makes sense.
saying.
super close and connected to people again, except for that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's joking.
Yeah, I did. I was doing math for the first time in 5 years, and I
that's
was like,
great. That's
thank you so much. And I was like, I've been doing this show since all of our 20. I think we were talking about this the other day, and I was like, I really grew up with this cast, and it's like we're just like a really big family, so it's kind of beautiful.
When we spoke with Maddie, Asa, and Lizze, they kind of all felt everywhere, and they're like, I guess maybe our chemistry didn't evolve. So it's good to see you guys did.
Yeah, tell us
for that.
Yeah.
Shit, tell
Yeah.
Yo, shit,
What else did they say over there? Over here, our chemistry has evolved tremendously. I don't know about that room over there. I mean, what's up with their fucking chemistry? But our chemistry is fucking awesome. We love chemistry.
Locked in.
We are
Logistically.
chemistry addicts. Science, man.
Spot on.
Hamish, you're coming in fresh this season, but you're coming in guns blazing. You're absolutely so damn good. What was it like what was your reaction that first season, and then kind of like coming in? What were your expectations?
I just thought like it's such a brilliant show, GenV, because it's doing this insane thing of like showing these teenagers going through these adolescent these growth things and then making them into horrible, violent superpowers. And because that's what it feels like to be a teen. It feels like, oh, I could kill my parents at any moment right now. I'm feeling everything so strongly. And then they made that into a show. I was just like, let me get into that bit of archetypal psychology, please.
And John, for yourself, Polarity's on a mission this season. What are you hoping that he finds in season 2?
Well, I just hope that Polarity finds a way to forgive himself for the way that he's parented, for the way that he's been complicit in forces that are negative for everybody around him, and a way that he can find a way to decide what type of man he wants to be. And I think that's what season 2 is partially about for Polarity. Aside from getting the justice for his son, he really wants to decide, like, am I just going to be this like sucker that just kind of allows herself to get used by the system, or am I going to take a stand on something?
Jazz, for yourself, it's great to see Erin Moriarty kind of get involved in the mix in the first episode of this season. What was it like working with her and almost having that torch or that kind of approval from like Starlight in this world now, and really bridging these two series?
I mean, I loved working with Erin. It was so fun. She's just a really cool chick, and we had a great time. And I loved our scenes. They really like wrote us good stuff. And so like just as far as the work goes, I love it. But honestly, like seeing the fans' excitement about Starlight being on our show has maybe been the best part of it. Like hearing when we were showing a trailer and then the whole audience was like,
yeah.
oh my God, like that was just so cool. And like understanding the fanfare and how big of a deal it is for our show to have her on, like that whole part has been really fun.
Yeah, we actually were at San Diego Comic-Con when that trailer dropped and the whole roof just exploded.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Asa, for yourself, I feel like your days on set must be just so wild. Like in one side over here, you're looking at someone's head exploded. On the other side, you're seeing puppets. So curious for yourself, like what does a typical day look like for you? And how do you kind of balance between those two very contrasting norms there?
The typical day on set or the typical day in my regular life?
On set, I guess.
Because it's pretty much the same. It's always just fun to be in those circumstances, and after a while, it just starts to feel super normal. So when there's not an exploding puppet head, you kind of feel like something's actually wrong. But overall, it's just becomes a part of your daily life. And now I'll be walking down the street, kind of like checking out where the puppets might be coming from. So I'll let you guys know if I see any. Yeah.
Please let us know before the
You'll be the first to know.
Derek and London, like that magic trick of switching between Jordan it never gets old, and it's always fascinating to see. And I think this season it just keeps getting better and better. What would you say though is the challenge, kind of building that identity of Jordan together?
I don't know if there's necessarily a challenge between us. I feel like we got.
There were some topics this season that were more divisive, I think, than last season, and so there was more to talk about. There was more to like explain to each other about how that would impact us.
For sure.
In the male or female.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Lizzie, for yourself, it's some of our favorite scenes in the series are seeing Emma getting really small, then also growing large as well too. We would love to know like if you could shed like that behind the scenes like magic on like what does that look like for you when you're shooting that, and like having the bigger props and things like that. And do you have a preference between the two sizes that you get?
Oh my God. To work against a tennis ball is like a whole other skill set I was never prepared for. But the show is so cool with Emma. They build me like season 2. I have so many cool, like huge props. So when I'm tiny, I'm like like for the dick in season 1, they had to build me like a 6-foot dick. And I was like, wow, that's insane. And then for season 2, I can spoil it because it's in the trailer, but it took 7 weeks to build an office, and I had to climb in for the big scene. So it's just kind of extraordinary what they do on this show. So, but I prefer tiny only because I love Little Cricket. So that's my MO.
Maddie, first of all, we got to start off by saying happy belated birthday. I'm sure.
Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you.
Absolutely. And you get this opportunity to kind of bridge the show along with Asa that between the boys and also Gen V. And I feel like Cate's starting in a really interesting spot this season. What are you kind of looking forward to exploring further with Cate?
It's been really interesting experiencing all of the tension between the characters this season, because last season there's obviously a huge fight in the finale. There's very opposing opinions happening. So when we start the second season, we're met with that opposition. And what's been sort of like, I wouldn't say I've been like, I was like excited to experience that, but I was interested in in the sensation of being like our goofy selves and whatever on set and then like a second later being like, I hate you and like, you're dead to me and, I want to kill you and what happens. So that was interesting. I'm never going to be excited about having to pretend to like, be, the person that everybody sort of low-key hates. But it was it was also fun because, you know, we would cut and it would be us. So yeah.
Sometimes you can't believe what we see with our eyes in the show. It's crazy what you're able to pull off. What do you think, for the three of you, what's been like the grossest day on set?
Oh,
God.
the butt.
I know what was disgusting.
What?
When we were filming in Poo Poo Prison.
Well, yes.
The
But no one else would know why. For off-camera grossness, there was a location.
Yeah, we had to shoot at a
sewage.
sewage plant.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And I hated that.
Yeah.
We used a full 2 minutes of the coverage too.
Yeah.
We were there from 5 to
From dusk till dawn. Dusk till
10
dawn.
a.m.
Yeah.
There was what was gross this season though.
I mean, this
The
season,
butt thing, you were about to get into
the
it.
butt thing, and then there's also
No pun intended.
there's a moment where a guard accosts a gnome,
I loved that one.
which was a little bit like, you know,
That was a crypt keep call, I think.
Yeah, that was good.
that tracks.
was good.
That one was a little bit like, what the
Black holes. Oh, black holes.
Black hole?
Power in general with Explorer Soup when we're
Yeah.
fighting in the door.
Oh yes.
That was.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
Those perceptions. Got to work with Wyatt.
Yeah.
You've got good ones. We got juicy good
I got
stuff.
Yeah. I think there's here's a big spoiler. There's a diaper changing scene, which was not my favorite to shoot. And then you just get covered in stuff, and you just you hope you're not outside on a warm day where there's a lot of bees, because the blood, it's so sweet. And you don't want to get covered in bees because they're real.
Whoa.
Well, going for through the ear was just a normal Monday on this show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the puppet. It's just like, oh, this is kind of normal.
Yeah, that was wild. I remember seeing you after you did that. And you were, I've never,
God.
you just looked like you had jumped in a vat of red paint.
Really wanted to go to a random gas station and just see.
No,
people.
that was my idea.
No, that was my idea.
No.
No.
No, you can't convince you guys.
He's
lying. Whatever she says is a lie. From now on till the end of time.
Bruh. No, I wanted to be all bloody. It would just be so funny if we all just went to a random grocery store and just.
I can
Just
think
see
of the
played out.
happiest thing that you did on this season for me, and it actually isn't a
Are you
bloody
pointing at
thing.
her or me?
Think of the ickiest thing.
But
What?
we didn't see them though.
Oh.
That Hamish got to pick his own.
Were you asking about bloody situations or just gnarly?
Gnarly.
Just gnarly. Gnarly.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, I could think of the gnarly one for you.
Well, should we spoil it?
You could just hear it.
I mean, there you're gonna see something very. You're gonna see Emma sees balls this season. That was a very in episode, is it 4? I'm gonna swear. Episode 4. She climbs in a toilet and she looks up and she sees just an ass about to come down sitting on the toilet. And again, that was done with a tennis ball, but then I got to see it when it shot, and I was like,
I would say that's pretty gnarly. I think
it is.
I think for me the gnarliest bit was getting my head cracked open. Which is a thing that happens. I actually do faint in real life when I see blood. So that wasn't the most fun for me. But that's pretty gnarly.
I've seen Maddie faint in real life 3 times.
Oh,
Really?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. No.
a perfect show for me to be on, I think.
Hamish, we just wanted to also just quickly say before we wrap up that, staying in the superhero worlds and on Prime Video, your performance as Bruce Wayne in Cape Crusader is so phenomenal. We just love to know, what did it mean to you to bring that version of Batman to life?
Oh my God. Come on. I've been telling my kids that I'm Batman, since before. And now I actually can show them a paycheck that says it too. It's a really very trippy job to have and really awesome.